Hey guys, today's Saturday morning. It is the 22nd and it is the first official day of Thanksgiving break from my work. I'm an elementary school librarian and our last day of school was yesterday. I was kind of bracing for like a lot of rambunctious behavior, and it was actually pretty, I wouldn't say chill, but it was really smooth. It was such a smooth day for me, at least. And really just went like clockwork. So that's a really good feeling. However, today, because it's the first day of break, I'm feeling like I'm being swallowed up by a mess. Hello, Harry. I feel like I'm being swallowed up by a mess, and so I want to reset. Something that you may have figured out. I don't know, maybe you haven't, but people often assume that I'm a really organized person. I don't know why. And I actually struggle to be organized. To clean up my own mess, and then also having kids and keeping up after their mess. So today I am going to try and reset. But first, coffee. What I broke was the coffee filter. No, the contraption that holds a coffee filter so that you can pour it into your cup. That's what I broke. So I'm using a funnel, and it's decaf coffee because I'm still not on the caffeine. Here's something that happens now that never happened before I started making book videos, and it's that I amass little piles of books everywhere. I mean, I guess like before maybe my nightstand would get kind of overflow a little bit. Now instead I have like a pile of books that I used for a video in which I talked about beautiful book covers. Here's even more. This one, they're all here, just hanging out. Here's a pile of mostly classics. I guess I can take this out. As a little behind the scenes of the project that I recently announced, which was books that, what was my project? 50 books, 25 years in one project. So a favorite fiction and nonfiction book from 2000 to 2025. So I'm like looking at this is a nonfiction book. Most gaps I have are from nonfiction, or in nonfiction from 2000 to 2025. No, that's not right. That from 2000 to 2010. And so now I'm like looking for books that are nonfiction that are from 2000 to 2010. So I have Peter Ackroyd's The Tudors, and this was published in 2012. So it might still fill a gap, but you know, then I have books. I'm like, what? Where are these from? I don't know. Some of these books I don't know. Weirdly, a lot of Tudor books out. So The Private Lives of Tudors, published in 2016. I'm going to be doing that a lot, I think, this year. Just randomly, Ford Madox Ford, the Fifth Queen, is out. A bunch of Hilary Mantel, a bunch of historical fiction that I once read. I see. Now I'm going to get rid of Serena. I did not like that book. this is a good time to just chit chat real quick about my parents, because of Radium Girls. It'll tie in just a second, I promise. So, so I'm going up to my parents' house in North Carolina with the boys. Ted unfortunately has to work. And I don't know, I gotta see if I'm taking Harry or not. My parents love Harry. Actually, my dad loves Harry. It's so funny. My parents are too on the go right now to have a dog. I mean, they're just here, there, and everywhere. So yeah, no dog for them, but they love my dog, which, who wouldn't? Harry's adorable. So I have Radium Girls to give to my mom. So I gotta like set this aside and give this to her. And then I want to mail out, and actually this week would be good because I have time. I want to mail out The Curve of Time to one of my sweet friends. So those are two books. So I guess I'm packing tomorrow. This is what happens when you don't really plan ahead and your mind is just wandering all the time. So yeah, more books. I think I already showed these. See, I'm just getting confused. This is why books are everywhere. I just get so distracted. Yes, I just saw The Searcher. I don't want to keep it. I mean, it was a good book, and I liked the pairing thus far, because this was supposed to be a standalone, and then she made it into a series. I like it, but not enough to keep it. I tried out the first chapter of these books, and they didn't make, did they make, I read the shipping news. Okay, so this is a bunch of different videos. I read the shipping news, which is right here. This is a Pulitzer Prize winning novel, The Age of Innocence by Edith Wharton. And then these books I used to, that's Harry barking, oh my gosh. These books I also read the first lines of, and I didn't end up reading them. I think I used this, at least some of these, in books that I love but never talk about, the version about time. So these ones all had to do with time of some kind. See, it's all connected to making videos, and then piles ensue. And then I also talked about books. Oh yeah, I was gonna of the actual project. 50 books, 25 years, one project, finding a favorite book from every year in the 21st century. And that's a long title. I have to figure out how to actually say it. Okay, and so these ones I kind of like flashed as a little like preview of things to come. Let's see. This, The Lesser Bohemians, it was on my like short stack to read soon. Did I get to it? No, I did not. I did not. Hi guys, so yesterday I watched this video from Hannah Louise Poston about like reorganizing your closet, basically making an edit of one's closet with what you already have. You're not buying anything, you're just taking away all the things that you don't want anymore. And I was so inspired that I went on like an absolute bonanza, just archiving, well, like putting away basically a bunch of clothing that I don't want to wear right now, whether they be just kind of fancy for my daily life, or they're summer, like they're not weather appropriate, or I just don't really want to wear it right now. And I spent like an hour and a half yesterday, maybe longer, washing certain things so that I can put them away very nicely, and just like getting things like organized so that I'm only looking at the clothes, including pants, t-shirts, dresses, dress shirts, all of that. I'm only looking at the clothes that I want to wear right now, and I'm so inspired by my closet. So I'm going to show you my closet right now. Actually, I'm going to finish getting ready first. A little mascara. So this turned out to be a full-on project for a lot of reasons. The bottom floor of this closet was full of boxes, mostly boxes that I needed when I was moving classrooms, and it was just full of stuff. So I got those out, and here is my closet. So unintentionally, I ended up keeping a lot of neutrals, lots of black and cream, things that I really want to wear, you know, right now. Navy, lots of cream, lots of black. And then I have this little Lily Pulitzer romper that I just felt very inspired to wear if we have warm days, which we still are. And then my pop of color is really like, is this red or pink, like pinkish colors, pinkish hues. And then I randomly have this massive oversized sweater, but I love this thing, so not mad about that. And then I have not right now, meaning I don't really want to wear it right now, workout stuff, shorts, which is summer items, and pants that I'm just not really inspired to wear right now. I have special items in here, vintage, archived things, like the dress I wore on my first date with Ted is in this box. Items that are not seasonally appropriate are right there, and fancy dresses. So these are like party dresses, also kind of like seasonal dresses that I just don't want to look at right now. So yeah, this is a closet. I'm feeling very inspired by this edit. Here was the outfit. It was really easy to put together. It was just a dream. It was so much fun. It felt like I was shopping in a little boutique of clothes that I love already and that are exactly my size. And what was funny is that I also, with this project, was inspired to like really clean some clothes. So in a video that I did about dressing like my favorite book covers, I wore these pants and I sat in some sap. And if you know anything about sap, you have to get it out with like rubbing alcohol because it won't break down with regular soap and water. So it took me at least 2 washes and some very intense rounds with rubbing alcohol to get the sap off of the bum. So now I feel like I can wear these pants and I'm so excited. Yay! And then this is with a sweater because there is an ever so slight nip in the air. I love it. Here are the books that I am unhauling. Kind of disappointed about this one because I love 84 Charing Cross Road, but this one just didn't quite have the same je ne sais quoi as 84. Yeah, I love The Wolf Den. I just don't really want to keep a copy of it. I really enjoyed The Hours. I have better copies of Pride and Prejudice. I would like to get a better copy of Sense and Sensibility and of Emma. Mostly just want, like, I don't know, better copies of them. And then, yeah, here we go. Oh, I should take this out, actually. I don't know. People say that I will love this. The Kitchen House by Kathleen Grisham. I don't know. I don't know if I want to read it with this battered up copy. I think I'm just gonna unhaul it and see if I can find a better copy out there. This one's going to my mom and this is going to a friend. The boys are due for some haircuts, which is what we're doing right now. The boys got their haircut and it was so cute and it turned out so well. Then we ended up going to the thrift store. Because I was already dropping some things off, I thought it would be a good time to take a peek, maybe spend 45 minutes to an hour looking through what they had to offer, which is something that's very different than before I decided to be more conscious of my shopping, my low by year essentially. Now I am being a lot more careful as to when I shop. I no longer plan for days in which I can just go to the thrift store. Usually if I had a day off on a 3-day weekend, you would see me at a thrift store or just shopping in general. I don't really do that. I just kind of pop in when I'm already going there to drop things off, which is not very often. So I'm thrifting way less. I definitely was looking for neutrals, something that would fill what I like to wear right now. I, of course, looked through the books because that's a huge joy for me. I didn't find any hidden gems on this trip, and I was okay with that because I'm being a lot more careful with what I buy in terms of book buying as well. The first dress I tried on was this white eyelet dress with puffy sleeves. It was all cotton, and it was probably a size too big. If it was a size smaller, it would be a for sure. But ultimately, the whole thing just hung on me a little bit too loosely for my liking, even though I did consider it for a hot minute because I thought it was just quite in line with my style right now. I really, really thought it was pretty, but as I started moving around, which you'll see right here, I noticed just how much like the underarms hung in a place that was just too low for my body. Then I tried on this dress. I think it was a J. Jill dress, but I can't remember, and it was so itchy. I was so uncomfortable when I was wearing this, and I couldn't wait to get it off my body, even though I really loved the color. It was just incredibly itchy. I tried on this cotton sweater, which I really liked. It's breathable because it's cotton. It fit really nicely and it looked nice scrunched up. I love the color because this is definitely in line with what I like to wear right now. Actually, it goes with these pants quite well. I then tried on what either was vintage or homemade crochet sweater. I've been looking at crochet sweaters when I get a chance, and this one, it fit kind of strange. The way the neck fit was really, really strange. There was like no stretch in that string. It was cute, but not quite perfect. And then I tried on again this, it is actually more of like a butter yellow, this yellow crochet top, and I thought it was so cute. The last top I tried on was this pink and purple tiger striped puff sleeve sweater. Arguably it fit the best out of all of them. I'll definitely show you what I ended up actually buying in just a second. And of course, right now we're gonna see Harry just sunbathing on the lawn. He's just so funny. Hello, I just put on clothes to make a video. Now I'm like, it's so cold. And I also need to actually get dressed. This is not an outfit. All right, I actually got dressed. As I tip over, basically. Yeah. I'm gonna show this to you in just a second, but yeah, I'm actually dressed. So there we go. So today is Friday, the infamous Black Friday, the shopping extravaganza that happens after our most thankful day of the year. You know, it's just wild to me. Do you shop Black Friday? Is Black Friday, if you live in another country, is Black Friday a thing? I know that the United States is one to set so much precedence just because of our power and our global standing. So I wonder if other countries are now sort of shopping Black Friday or participating in Black Friday as well. I don't know. I've never been one to camp out. I don't think camping, because for context, people used to camp out like on Thursday night, sleep in a chair on the sidewalk and wait for a store to open so that they were the first to get an expensive item that one was waiting for, right? So, you know, like weird, wacky, wild stories have come out because of that behavior in humans. Though I feel like a lot of Black Friday has moved to online shopping. And actually, I might actually go get a pair of pants, some sweatpants for my older son because he's so tall now. I might do that today, but at this point, all of the good deals are probably over. I don't even think that the shopping centers are going to be crazy busy today, especially at this time. It's mid-morning. It's 11 o'clock. And so I don't know. I very much doubt that the magic of Black Friday and in-person shopping is as wild and wacky as it once was. I think it's really died down. What I really wanted to talk to you about was to catch you up on what's happened since I saw you last on Monday. So on Tuesday morning, I went up to my parents' house. This is the first full year that my parents have lived in the South. They have previously lived in California and have lived there my entire life and my entire adult life. So we're navigating our first holiday season, if you will, with my parents living so close by. And so my family decided to be up there from Tuesday to Wednesday, come back Wednesday afternoon. Ted would stay behind because he's super busy with work. And the boys and I would go up, enjoy my parents' company, but be back in time to have our own Thanksgiving closer to home. And that's what we did. So Tuesday, we drove up to North Carolina, and my sister was coming in. She was in town, and she came in from Hawaii. So I have a younger sister, an older sister, and 3 younger brothers. And my younger sister came from Hawaii to North Carolina to hang out with my parents over this holiday season, or for this week. And I got to see her. She looks so good. She just seems like she's doing so well, and just a lovely person, a wonderful personality. She's got such a soft and spunky spirit, and I really enjoy talking to her. We had a lot to catch up on because I hadn't seen her in 3 years, which is, significant for me, and I missed her, So seeing her was just the absolute highlight of my week. It was so great to see her, and she's so good with my boys, and so kind of relaxed and easygoing. I mean, she's great. She's just great. So I'll actually, if I remember, I will leave her Instagram link down below. She's a tattoo artist in Hawaii, and so if you're there or you're interested in her work, you can go look at what she does. While we were at my parents' house, my brother came by. My brother has lived in North Carolina for, I think, a couple of years now. And he's got 5 children. He's the brother that's closest to me. We're less than 2 years apart. And we just, I don't know, we love each other. It was great. It was so great to see them. We did pop by a thrift store. I got a little bit of footage of that. It was just kind of like a quick trip. My whole family likes to thrift and bookstore shop. So we did like a little quick trip to the downtown of my parents' town and popped into a thrift store, but ultimately just came back to the house and enjoyed one another. My parents have this beautiful property that's really fun to play on and to explore within. And they're also like very outdoorsy people. And so they had like a campfire and lots of stuff to play with. It was basically a 24-hour trip of just visiting, catching up, enjoying one another. And it was so great. On the way back home, I did something that I've not done yet. So on Wednesday, I was like, search along the route, a bookstore. And we stumbled upon this tiny little bookstore that was quite small inside, but so well curated. So there was this copy of Middlesex that I saw that I had never seen this cover, which I much prefer over the paperback version of Middlesex that I tend to see everywhere. I considered buying that. It was so interesting, and the owner was I would say a younger woman. She looked as if she was in her 30s, and I said, you have a really well curated bookstore. How do you keep it so well curated? And she was just like, I don't know. I try and keep things that I think will have longevity, that people will want to read for years to come. I focus on backlist things. And I was like, wow, that's so cool. I was so tempted by so many of the options, but I only came out with one book, and this is what I got. It is Paris 1919 by Margaret Macmillan, which I had seen on Jen at Insert Literary Pun Here, or Jen, I think Hostika. I forget what her actual name is now. She's going by her real name rather than Insert Literary Pun Here, but she talked about this book and said it was amazing. It was post-World War I peace agreements, and just how everything all came together. She just raved about this book, and I was like, okay, that's what I'm gonna get. So as some of you know, I am trying to find favorites from the 21st century, from the year 2000 to 2025. So I was like, what year was this published? It was published in 2001. And I already have some books on my physical TBR from 2001, but that's okay. We'll add one more. I think I will really like this book. and I'm excited to dig in. I was excited to support a small business that seemed to really know what they were doing, okay? Like, it was so cool. It was so cute. I loved it so much, okay? And then on Thanksgiving, it was myself, my husband, Ted, and our 2 boys, and we just, like, enjoyed the day. Ted and I watched TV together, something I rarely do. I spent the day cooking, which I really love. I find a lot of joy in that. And, you know, sort of slowly but surely getting the Thanksgiving meal done. And I have a clip of all the things that I cooked. Turkey, green bean casserole, right, Dee?
Yeah.
And then we have rolls and stuffing and gravy, cranberry sauce.
This is bread.
Yes, that is just bread. My boys are coming in from the cold. And ultimately, it was just a really fun day. It was really relaxing and chill and enjoyable. And yeah, I'm just so glad to have this week off and spend it like full of joy with the family. So lunchtime, I'm going to go because the boys are saying that they want lunch. So I'm gonna go. Actually, before I go, I'm gonna show. I'm not gonna go quite yet. I'm gonna show you what I bought. So I did buy this knit. Let me show you this knit garment. I'll give you like a little full. I don't know. I bought this knit garment at the thrift store, the one I went to on Monday, and it's like a silk blend. It's a silk blend, open weave, yellowish or butter yellow top. And it's a little bit itchy, but I love knitted things. I don't know. I'm really into knit right now. And so, especially if it's like from like natural fiber-based cotton, silk, wool. And I really like the knitted look right now. So I got this, and it's like a warm layer that I can wear as the cold weather continues. I bought that cotton sweater, which was also just like, it's a lightweight cotton sweater that I think I will get a ton of use out of. I already wore it to my parents, and I really enjoyed wearing it. It's a great color. It's lightweight, but a close to the body layer that would be easy to layer over. And I'm like kind of into this knit on knit thing, so I don't mind wearing a knit long sleeve top and putting a knit cardigan over that. I just think that that's like a really cute look, and putting like a knit scarf on top of that. Hi, baby. All right, I'm gonna go. The boys are hungry. They're starting to putter around, and I will talk to you all later.